In this video, we're going to take a look at factoring by decomposition again, but this time we're going to look at what do we do when we need to use negative numbers. So up first, we're just going to practice trying to find those numbers. So it says for each of the following, find two numbers that multiply to the top number and add to the bottom number. So this skill helps us when we're trying to factor by decomposition because this is how we find the two missing middle terms. Up first, I have -32 and -4. So it needs to multiply to -32 and add to -4. Now to find the numbers that multiply to -32, we have two options. Option number one, we use our multiplication grid. Option number two, use your calculator. So I think for the first one, we'll try using our multiplication grid. We want to focus on the multiplying part. We're going to try to see if we can find things that multiply to 32. So if I take a look at my grid, I know that my first row only goes to 20, but it does actually keep going if I were to continue it. So I know that 1 and 32 multiply to 32. Are those going to add or subtract to 4? No. All right, let's see where else we can find a 32. Aha, I see one here. Oh, try to get that on camera. So I see one here. That is 16 and then times 2. 16 and 2 add to 18, and they subtract to 14, and we are looking for 4, so that's not going to work. I'm going to find another 32. Oh, I see one here. That is 8 and 4. 8 plus 4 gives me 12. 8 take away 4 gives me 4, and we are looking for a -4. So I think our numbers might be 8 and 4. I am going to write them down. And then we're going to think about signs. So in order to make a 4, I would have to subtract. So 8 take away 4 gives me 4. But I don't want 4, I want -4. So if the number that we're trying to get is negative, it means that the bigger of the two numbers should be the one that we're subtracting. So I actually want to do 4 take away 8 to get -4. And then you should just always check -8 times +4 gives me a negative answer, so I do get -32, so the signs all match up. All right, let's try another one. I have 30 and 11. Well, this one's all positive, so that shouldn't be too difficult for us to figure out. So I'm going to try with the grid again. I'm going to look for 30s. Now, as I said, even though it doesn't show 30 times 1, right, will be one of our sets of numbers, but 30 and 1 add to 31 or subtract to 29, not 11. All right, so we're gonna hunt for 30s. Okay, I see 15 times 2, that would add to 17, subtract to 13. We're looking for 11, so that's a no. Ooh, here's another one, 10 and 3. That would add to 13, subtract to 7. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. All right, let's try another one. I have 30. So 6 and 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. 6 take away 5 is 1. So 6 plus 5 is 11. That's the number we're looking for. So we're going to do 6 and 5. And then since these are both positive, we're just adding. 6 plus 5 is 11. And then 6 times 5 makes 30. All right, let's try our next one. I have 36 and we're trying to get it to add to -13. So I'm going to go back to my grid. I'm looking for things that multiply to 36. So I do know that the 1 times table always works. So 1 and 36 is not going to add to 13. Okay, so let's try to find another 36. Ooh, I see one here. 19 and 2 add to 21 and subtract to 17. We're looking for 13. We need to keep looking. Oh, there's another 36. That is 12 and 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. 12 minus 3 is 9. Nope, still not what we're looking for. All right, 36, there's another one. 9 and 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13, and 9 minus 4 is 5. We are looking for a 13. So we're going to try 9 and 4. Now this time, in order to get a negative 13, both of the numbers would have to have the same sign. So it would have to be negative 9 and negative 4 to make negative 13. And then just to check, a negative times a negative does make a positive, so I would get positive 36. All right, last one that we're going to do together, and then I'm going to have you try the row underneath on your own. We are looking for two numbers that multiply to 32 and add to negative 12. So things that multiply to 32, 1 and 32 always will work, but that's not going to add to 12. So let's see where else we can find a 32. 16 and 2. They would add to 18, subtract to 14. Nope. All right, let's try another 32. Oh, I see one here. 8 and 4. 8 and 4 would add to 12 and subtract to 4. We're looking for 12, so we're going to try 8 and 4. Now, in order for me to add them together and get a negative number, they would both have to be negative. Negative 8, negative 4 make negative 12. A negative times a negative makes a positive, so all of that works out. So I'm going to ask you to try E, F, G, and H on your own, and then we'll take them up in the next part of the video.